Hello, and welcome to part 5, and the final part in this cribbage tutorial, where we put it all together and play against an AI opponent to see how it all works. So let's begin. So we have an 8, queen. So I'm the dealer. Okay. Oh, cool. So we have a 5 and a queen and some low cards. Okay. Let's send these to the crib. So 10. I don't have a 5 for a 15, but I'll probably score more points for that 5 in the crib phase. So let's get it up to 16. 26. Haha. 30. So I would have scored 1 point here, but since I can steal the 31 with the ace, I get 2 points. Now, Bill does get 1 point for playing the last card, but that's a pretty good hand there. If a better hand, but my crib puts me into the lead. So the score is now 9-14. We are the opponent this time. As much as I don't want to toss that queen, 2, 3, 4, 5 is really good, so let's hold on to that for a run of 5. A run of 4, I should say. So let's play 4. 14. We don't need to worry about a 15 anymore, so 19. 29. Oh, rats. You got the 31. Congratulations. Now, that wasn't a pair because the first two ended the second round, I should say, so that well, no, that was the first round, my bad. So that the twos didn't match. That was a pretty good round for me. Much better for them. But the problem is, look at all those 15s he's got in the crib. Yeah, that really hurt. Probably shouldn't have put that. Oh well. So we have 2 kings and a queen. We have 2 aces. So let's get rid of the 7 and a queen, so we can try to bully them into a quick 31 and snag the aces to get those 31s. Cool. So that worked for that round. And I get last card. So that's 3 points. And in case you're wondering, the reason there are 2 sets of pegs per player is so you can tell round by round how many points you're scoring. Rats, I didn't get anything in the crib. Probably could have played that a little better. 28-27. Bill's in the lead and he's a dealer. I definitely don't want to get rid of the 5 or any of the 10 cards. It's a tough choice, but do what you can. Start with 3. Oh no. Okay, since they were the last to play my king. 25. Oh, cool. That means that card has to at least be a 7. It was a queen. That 9 for the starter definitely came in clutch for us. But it did more so for them than I did. Yeah, if a 9's a starter, that really is helpful. So 45-32. I have a pair of 9s. But let's go with the cards that add up to 5. Do you have a 10? You do. Rats. 14, 23. Cool. Do you have a 9? Oh, you have a 10. Okay. So they have a run, and I have a pair of 9s and a pair of 4s. Ah, that's right. They did have 2 queens, so each one scores a run, or a sequence in this case. And since the Jack of Diamonds matches the 4 of Diamonds as a starter, they score 1 point for that as well. They scored 9 points. We only scored 4. The crib definitely helped, though. I'm glad that this is all being counted by a computer, because sometimes I would probably lose out of points if I can't calculate as quickly as they do. This is going to be tough. We definitely want a 4 to start with, but we don't want to give them any pairs or matches either. So as much as I don't want to do this, our other cards are way too high. I don't want to give them any 10 valued cards if I can avoid it. Okay, 19. Don't know if it's a good idea to play your aces that early. Ah, that's why they did it. Well done. How many aces did you have? Everything? Wow. That almost never happens. But congratulations. Okay, that was a big swing. Now we're down 30. Since we are the dealer, let's at least toss a pair in there. See how that goes. We don't want to play the queen, because they probably have a jack. So let's get us past 15 as quickly as we can. 17, 27. Cool. So their other 2 cards are at least a 5 or above. 5 it is. So you did have a pair of 5s. Interesting. Six points for this round. 5 for me. But the crib comes in handy. So you have a pair of 7s because of a starter, pair of 10s in a crib, and a 7 is a 15. Cool. It's a little better. We still have got a long way to go, though. Let's... I don't want to get rid of the 6 and the 8. So how about the 4 and 8? Yeah, we'll play this a little carefully. Start with a 3 instead of a 4 this time. 3. 12. Our other cards are really high, so let's get rid of this now. Can't play. Rats, he had a 6 as well. But at least we get a pair, so we get something out of it. So 2 points for 15. He had a much better hand than we did. That happens sometimes. We're down by 30 again. Rough. Okay, so it's our crib. You definitely want to save those aces. 7 and 8 is 15. That's probably better than anything else we could have done. Do you have the jack? That would be 30. That's not a good idea. Okay, 30. 31. 16. 14. Oh, well done. You had a flush. It's pretty lucky. So at least now we're not down by 30 anymore. But unfortunately, Bill's the dealer. Wow, look at those 10s. We definitely can't burn those. So we'll give you a 7 and a jack. I'll cut the deck here. Oh, let's start with a king. Rats. Add your 15. Congratulations. Can't play. But they scored 1 point for go. That means that they don't have the cards needed to get to 31. Score a quick point there. And they score a point for last card. Do they have another flush? They do. Great job. This is probably the last deal of this particular game. Wow. Maybe we'll be lucky. That's probably not a good idea. You might want to save one of those for a 15. This is exactly why. Oh well, live and learn. It doesn't really matter if you don't get to play to the crypt phase anyway, because as soon as the score hits 121 or more, the game immediately ends. Let's do one more game. Maybe we'll be luckier this time. Not lose by 40. Oh, cool. Bill's a dealer this time. Okay. I want to save the 3 and 4, but giving them 10 value cards is something I'd like to avoid. So this might work. We might be lucky. Actually, we can't be lucky if we're the Opon. We can't get a 15, most likely. Yeah. Score a quick pair. And they match it with a 7 of their own. Great. 24. 27. Yeah. 5s are definitely a friend in all phases of the game. What'd you get? Nothing. Ouch. in the crib, 2 points. Now we are winning, and we're the dealer, but we can't celebrate yet. Got a long way to go. 2, 7, 9. Queen, king, king. Let's get rid of our kings. Because that's at least a pair. And we might get lucky also. 8, 7, 15. Oh, you match it up with a pair of your own. So since the table value is 22, let's get it to 31 and score 2 points of our own. Interesting playing an ace now. 2. Last card gives us 1 point. Bit of a rough hand so far. Nothing for us. And that pair of kings definitely came in handy there. So Bill's the dealer. We're up by 6 points. This is tough. I want to keep a low card, but I'm the one who's starting. So if I play a 9, it may have a 6. And I can't give them 2 10 valued cards. I really don't want to give them a 9, so I'll be nice and see how that works out. Oh, man, is that going to be helpful? Because we have a royal pair already. 17, 27. And we have a run. Okay, I'm starting us off again. Let's play a 9 just in case you have a 5. 16, 26. Sweet. Now what is the last card you had? A 7. So you had a running pair, and I had a royal pair. Let's see how this turns out. Because unfortunately they did have a 5, so those 15s are really going to hurt there in the crib. Royal pair. Yeah, that definitely hurt. And this crib is going to as well. Yep. But that's okay though. We still got a lot of game left. Let's go. Oh, sweet. So we have at least 15. At least one 15. If we're lucky, there may be another 10 in there or something. So you have a pair of 2s. Snag a pair of 8s. 18. 27. Cool. 29. Don't have enough to get to 31, but we still scored 1 point for that. Ah, you did have 5s. So you have at least 2 15s, one with 8, 2, 5 of diamonds, 8, 2, 5 with hearts, but you also have the 2 of diamonds, so that's, what, 4 15s? Yeah. That was a good hand. Couldn't quite keep up, but now we're talking. Back in the game. The crib is very helpful. So we're up by 1 point, but they are the dealer. I definitely want to hold on to those 4s, those 2s. The 4s are good, hard to keep up with as well. I don't want to give you 2 cards of the same suit just in case you may have a flush. Okay, 4. 14, 24, 28, and a pair. 31. So, there's a lot of aces there. So, if a pair of 10s, I think that's all you have in the crib. 4 points for 2 pair, 1 pair, 1 pair. That went very well. And we're the dealer this time. Cool. Man, I wish I had another heart. I think this time, let's toss a 15 in the crib. See what happens. Most of our cards are low. That 5 in there is going to be really interesting for our crib as well. That 5 starter card. I like that. 19. 30. Do you have an ace? You do not have an ace. But we do. 31. Let's go. 3. So you have a run, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have at least a pair of 3s. Let's see. Rats, I missed those 15s, didn't I? All right, let's see what our crib's like. Nice, nice. It's going much better than the first game did so far. We're the opponent this time. I definitely want to keep the 2 and 4, but I also don't want to give them the pair of 10s either, nor that 9, so this might be the best call. So we have a 6. We can start with a 4. So they have a 15, but so do we, because we have a 9 as well. Pair of 9s, 2 points. 25 we can't play. Can you? Okay, so ace 2, 3, so you do have a run, but this is one of the cases where it's okay for your opponent to be out and you can play uncontested, because you can score a pair of 10s playing on yourself. 4 points, 7, ouch. This game is close again. Ooh, that's cool. Let's save that pair of kings and see what we can do with it. Ace, okay. We don't want to set it to 11. So 17. 23. 27. See if you have a low card. You do have a low card, rats. You just can never tell sometimes, so that's okay. That's not okay. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you've got another run. Ouch. Yep. Oh, the game's a tie. But he's the dealer now. All right. Let's see. I want to keep the 4. 6 and 9 is 15, so that's definitely a no. 7 and 9. They might play an 8, but 4 and 7. Yeah, I don't want to risk it. 6, 11. Okay, so I do have a pair of 6s. If I jump the score to 20, they may have a 10 card. They probably do, actually. But I definitely don't want to get to 21, so 17. That was a mistake. So at least we can score something in return. And I get last card too. Rats. Oh, this is going to be rough. Look at all those runs they have. 2 5s and 2 4s. Whoa. Yeah, that's a huge hand. Great job. The game can be really swingy like that. Sometimes you're just really lucky. At least we're not down by 30 this time. Not yet. If they can score 10 points in either the pegging phase or the show phase, we don't even get to see the crib. What should we do? Go for the 7 8 15? Hope for the best? I think I want to save the 7 8 9 for a run just in case. Give them a 3 and jack. See what you can do with that. 6 7 8 9. Cool. 2 points for a pair. 20. 30. Do you have an ace? You do not have an ace. Cool. All right. 3, 12, 14. 1 point for me. Ooh, it's close. Hopefully this was a really good turn for us, though. Not that close. That's alright, though. This game was much better than the first one. So any score of 3 points or more ends the game for our opponent. So this game's definitely going to end here. We do have a flush, so let's see if we can do anything with that before the game ends. Rats! That happens sometimes. It's the way the game is played. Only down by 14. That's not too bad. So that's probably a good amount of gameplay to kind of see how the game works. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.